How did Moses write what happened before his birth? As almost all of you will know, the first 5 books of the Bible are Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. They are traditionally ascribed to Moses, as implied by verses like Joshua chapter 8 verse 32 and Deuteronomy chapter 31 verse 9. However, how did Moses write Genesis and Exodus? All the events of Genesis happened before he was born, and Exodus began a little before his own birth. There were oral traditions, of course, but they weren't going to be that detailed. How could Moses have described things he hadn't seen so well? Well, one answer is that God just told him what to write, as Paul did with Tertius according to Romans chapter 16 verse 22. God did tell Moses about his eventual death in Numbers chapter 27 verses 12 to 14. However, God could have also given Moses spiritual inspiration. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding. Job chapter 32 verse 8. He could use the future, which Jehovah did inform him about, according to places like Deuteronomy chapter 28 verses 1 to 14, to predict the past. For example, if there will be a paradise on earth after Satan has been defeated according to Revelation chapter 22, then there must have been such a paradise in the past. Moses could use that information with spiritual insight to write the story of the Garden of Eden. Of course, we're doing a lot of speculation here. The relationship between Moses and God was rather mysterious. He was denied entry into Canaan in Numbers chapter 20 verse 12 after performing a miracle, and he was buried by Jehovah in a location no one has been able to identify. We may never know exactly how Moses wrote the Bible's first 5 books. However, we do know one thing. He definitely wrote them somehow. Jesus mentioned that Moses wrote laws in Mark chapter 1 verse 44 and John chapter 7 verse 19, and since he was around to see Abraham, according to John chapter 8 verses 56 to 58, we can safely assume that his statements were correct. In fact, Jesus said Moses actually wrote about him before. For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me, for he wrote of me. He was referring to verses like Genesis chapter 49 verse 10, where Jacob prophesied that Judah would rule until Shiloh or Christ arrived. And that is where I'm going to stop with this Bible Q&A. How did Moses write what happened before his birth? We can't be too sure, but either God told him what to write, or Moses used the future, which he did know about, to write the past. Thank you for listening! Don't forget to like and subscribe.